Next week on Home and Away in the UK, Summer Bay loses another resident as Rue says a tearful goodbye to Cohen, while efforts to cheer up John only lead to more disappointment. After an emotional week in which John tried to convince his friends, and himself, that he was coping just fine without Irene, it's all too clear that her absence is starting to leave a bigger gap in his life than he's willing to admit. Though he's vowed to embrace Irene's outlook and see it as a fresh start, whilst staying connected with those loved ones still around him, John's friends can't help but worry that he's putting on a brave face. Justin's fears were proved correct when, after hosting a dinner at Salt for his mates, John was seen alone on the balcony with a single tear rolling down his face. Next week, Justin decides to take action and floats the idea of a poker night to Alf and John. John's immediately on board, delighted at the thought of some friendly competition. What Justin doesn't count on, though, is Leah wanting in on the action. When Justin gets home, he finds Leah setting out nibbles and margaritas, clearly expecting to host the event. He awkwardly explains that it's meant to be a men-only night, just him, Alf and John. Leah's not impressed, asking if he's seriously planning to banish her from her own house for a card game. Over at the surf club, John's already getting into character. He saunters in and tests his poker face on unsuspecting Molly and Abigail, claiming he's off on a hot date. When they fall for it, John admits the truth, proud of his quick bluff. Back at the house, Justin reluctantly accepts Leah's help with the catering before politely ushering her out so the boys can get started. The poker night begins, but little do they realize that an unexpected guest is about to show up. At the diner, Leah vents to Marilyn about being kicked out of her own home. Listening in, David can't resist stirring the pot. He decides to pay the poker night a visit, arriving with mock seriousness and declaring he's heard rumors of gambling. After a dramatic pause, he grins and asks if they're going to deal him in. The men welcome him in, and with David now involved, the stakes quickly rise. With the group planning to play for chips, the sergeant pulls out his wallet and suggests they make things a bit more interesting. John points out he doesn't have any cash, only cards, but David points out he'll happily take a bank transfer as he throws Justin a knowing wink. Alf realizes how much John hates parting with cash, but before he can say any more John places down his chips, explaining that he won't be losing any money, merely investing it. With the men all in, John goes on to warn the group that he had a nickname whilst in the Navy, X-Ray, so called because he could see through every player's bluff. But it seems X-Ray's powers are evading him this evening, as by the end of the night, Alf is the surprise winner, scooping up the lot with a straight flush just as Leah returns home. She's taken aback to find David there, and casually mentions that Joe's been looking for him. Realizing his phone's been on silent all evening, David makes a hasty exit. Later, Leah checks in with Justin, curious how the night ended. She's concerned when he admits John lost $300 to Alf, but Justin insists everyone had a good laugh. The next morning, John proves him right, striding into the diner all smiles, telling Alf and Justin how much fun he had and how he's already planning the next men's night. He places a copy of the Coastal News Weekender supplement down in front of them and reels off the exciting activities featured. There's ghost tours, wine tasting, and he's already signed them up to a bowling session. Alf and Justin give each other an alarmed look. This is getting a bit much. Justin's later forced to step in and gently set some boundaries, explaining that he only intended for their activities to be perhaps a monthly thing. A wounded John's cheerfulness fades, as he apologizes for wasting their time. Elsewhere in Summer Bay, Cohen and his dad Adrian are bonding well, and Adrian's now eager for his son to meet more of the family. Adrian had initially faltered after Cohen expressed a desire to meet his relations, with Adrian fleeing Summer Bay after telling Rue it was a mistake coming into Cohen's life. Fortunately, a stubborn Rue wasn't about to let Adrian break his son's heart, and with some perseverance she convinced Adrian to change his mind. With a big birthday party coming up that weekend for Cohen's grandmother, he invites Cohen along to meet her and his cousins. Rue wonders if it's too soon, but Adrian insists otherwise, with Cohen excited to finally meet more of his family. When Alf later speaks with Adrian, he suspects that he may be gearing up for full custody, though Rue's confident that's not the case. During a walk, Rue and Adrian discuss Cohen's progress, but when Rue suggests slowing things down, Adrian admits he's ready for more. Their earlier talks have boosted his confidence, and he now wants Cohen to live with him permanently. When Adrian arrives to collect Cohen for the party, he raises the idea directly. Cohen's caught off guard, and after a pause, says he doesn't think he can. Hurt, Adrian later blames Rue for influencing him, forcing Alf to step in and calm things down. Alf tells him straight, his approach, not Rue, pushed Cohen away. Later, Rue learns Cohen only said no because he didn't want to upset her, even though he does want to live with his dad. Rue assures Cohen that he doesn't need to worry about her, and he can make whatever decision he wants. Adrian is summoned back to Summer Bay House, and as they prepare to leave for their trip, Cohen announces that he would like to move in with Adrian after all. In fact, he's already packed up the rest of his stuff. Suddenly, Rue and Alf are faced with saying goodbye for real. Cohen thanks them both for everything they've done for him, promising he'll never forget them. Alf gifts him a fishing rod to take with him, a reminder of their time together in the bay. When Rue promises Cohen that he's going to have the most amazing adventure whilst meeting his new family, Cohen assures her that she and Alf are part of his family too. As Adrian and Cohen go to leave, Cohen suddenly rushes back inside, throwing his arms around Rue in a tight hug. Alf struggles to keep his composure as Cohen tells Rue that he'll always remember her, right alongside his mum, Samantha. With that, Rue's time as a foster mom comes to an end as Cohen walks out the door with his dad. Once he's gone, Rue immediately breaks down in tears, the weight of the goodbye finally hitting her. After the struggles she faced with her first foster child Eliza, Martha Kate Morgan, and now losing the boy she'd planned to adopt, will Rue find the strength to open her heart to another foster child?